weird shit happens to me when I meditate. It's really, really strange. Approximately 20% of the time, I'm able to do some breath work during meditation and take myself on a complete astral travel somewhere. At least I think it's an astral travel. I don't believe in a lot of this hippy dippy, all sorts of astrology plus this sort of things. Like, I'm a science guy, I'm a logic guy, and I'm an experienced life type of guy. And so when I go and I research all these things, I see what people are doing in meditation. A lot of it just sounds really strange to me. So I've been a skeptic my whole entire life. But during the pandemic, I started figuring out how to meditate because I had to do some internal soul searching to figure out who the fuck I was, what I was doing here. And it took me to have that time while I was by myself and without anybody's energy around me to realize that I just absorb everybody's energy everywhere. And so when you live in a big city, little city, when you're surrounded by a lot of people, you're constantly absorbing all of their energy. So I turned to meditation to try to decompress a little bit, especially to try to slow down the thoughts in my head when I had no one else to share them with. So this morning, I'll tell you about that meditation and then tell you about some of the other ones in later videos. But normally the way that I trigger any sort of like out of mind, out of body experience to try is through breath work. So I'll do structured breathing, heavy breathing, real deep breathing in, filling up the lungs and trying to expand those little muscles in there, because my understanding of Hermetic law, occult principles, is that you have breath, body, and mind. And those are the holy trinity of things that you have to keep in balance in order to keep your life happy, optimistic, full of gratitude, and to be really what humans are designed to be. And these other things, you know, the negativity, depression, jealousy, you hear people in the occult business and these healers and everything talking about your shadow work, you know, shadows here, shadows there. All it is just the things that you think about throughout the day. That there's, at least to me, you know, I'm a common sense guy. So this morning, I do these breath work exercises, and then I do them for 5 minutes while I'm stretching, getting my back and everything all straightened out for the day. And I breathe in maybe 15 times, hold deep 5 seconds in, hold breath 5 seconds, 5 seconds out, and then build up like that for 1 minute of that cycle. And then from there, I'll hold my breath. I'll either pull it in and hold it, or I'll blow it all out and then I'll hold it. And I've been able to get it up to 2 to 4 minutes, depending on my state of mind in the morning. And it's when I'm in those 2 minutes of breath holding that my mind transports. And I can't, it's hard to really describe, and I'm decent at describing things. So I'll just say it's kind of like daydreaming per se. Your eyes are closed, but you can still perceive things. But when you perceive things, you kind of perceive things in shapes and colors and things like that. At least that's what it's like to me. And I'm human, so I imagine that that's part of the human experience. That's probably what it would be like for everybody else. But I don't know. I've heard some horror stories of people saying, oh, I saw dark beings when I was meditating and all that. Those dark beings are you. There's nothing else about it. There's no darkness there. Anything you're seeing that's dark is manifesting right in your brain. So I don't want to hear any of that stuff. At least I don't want to hear any of that stuff. Maybe you do. You do whatever is right for you. I'll do whatever is right for me. So on my third set today, I'm holding my breath and I see these like squares. And then it's almost like a tunnel of cubes. They get smaller and my mind seems like I'm traveling through it. And then the squares stop and I see a nice big sphere. And I'm looking at the sphere, and then the sphere becomes Saturn, like the actual planet Saturn with the rings. And my mind zooms into the rings to kind of look at what it looks like. And I see many Saturns going all around, and every single ring was a Saturn. So I decided to keep focusing in and keep going further and further and further to see if it was like a fractal within a fractal within a fractal. And as I got closer, I saw like numbers, really small up and down matrix style numbers going. And then I was out of breath and it was time for me to wake up. And this happened, I don't know, maybe 2 hours ago. So I just wanted to get it out there while it was fresh so I didn't forget it. But that was my experience. I think that's a little strange. I've had all sorts of other strange adventures, I'll call them, in the mornings for doing astral travels. I do it through a combination of guided meditation, deep fascia stretching, massage, and anything I can do to try to get my mind focused internally instead of on the external thoughts. So anyways, that's just a little bit about me and my belief system and everything. So that was my weird meditation for today. I'm happy to share some of other ones where it feels like I've gone to pyramids, feels like I've been a light being, I've gone through space, and these are all normal, everyday conditions. There's no drugs inducing it or anything like that. No DMT through smoking or anything. It's all done through leveraging the body and the mechanisms that exist that are free in order to bring you to a state of consciousness where you realize that everybody is connected, and this experience that we have here as a human, it's really, really warped and controlled, and it's not exactly how we're supposed to live. We're supposed to live with intent, gratitude, happiness, and helping others. We're just another animal on this planet, and you don't see any other animals doing what we're doing as humans. So, hope you have a great day, great weekend. And my name was Brian, and I'll be sharing more of this stuff as it happens to me, because I think it happens to a lot of people, and I'm just a regular dude just trying to figure out shit and how to be happy. So have a good one.